Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Formula Costco. It is race number 2 of Season 6. We are in Bahrain, first time in a couple seasons we've been to Bahrain. And it has been known to give us some great finishes in the past, so we'll look for more of that tonight. I am Normie. I am joined by BB and Potato again, of course. Oh, did I not? Shoot. Whoops. I literally turned it on, too. Okay, it's on now.
Okay, we should be
Alright.
good now. Yeah.
Sorry about that. Now I am joined by BB and Potato.
Yeah, excited for this one. 15 turn road course here in Bahrain. It's gonna be exciting. Some high speeds, high speed corners. And a decent sized field again this week for the second week here of Costco.
Yep, and hopefully we will be joined by Josh Brown soon in the booth again. Um, but we'll have to see how that goes. Couple of faces in new places, I guess. Joey is making his season debut. He's the defending winner of Bahrain. Last time he went there in season number 4 or 5, I don't remember which, honestly. Um, and JB being the reserve once again, he is with Alpine tonight with teammates with Aaron because McKinnon is not here. And Rowdy making his season debut tonight as well.
I'm excited to watch Rowdy race here. He's a really good driver, but I think the biggest issue with him is just not appearing every race. But when he is here, it's exciting.
And since, I mean, Rowdy missed last week, we saw what JB was able to do in that Red Bull, and that
Yeah.
kept them in the constructors' fight. He did a really good job. So we'll have to see how JB does in the Alpine this week, see how Rowdy does in the Red Bull this week, as people are starting on their laps. I believe Logan is our first driver to take time here. Logan ran pretty well last week in Australia. And we saw a lot of people have pretty impressive runs, considering we had a 17-car field last week.
Yeah, it was really exciting
Logan was one
seeing
of
such a
them.
big field. But it left out a lot of guys expected. It left out a lot of guys that showed up and didn't get anything out of it.
Yeah, missing out on points last week, though, those that race was Skinny, Snowy, McKinnon, Rooney, Jake, Banjo, and Chan. Banjo and Chan, obviously, the big two that missed out. Chan not here again tonight. So it's going to be 2 weeks in a row of no points for him. Logan going to have to do all the work he can for the Mercedes constructors fight. And he is coming around the final corner now. Cole, the first one to set time. And Logan's going to follow him through and set the time to beat it to 130.6. Cole, our winner from last week, had another great battle with Slurp for the win. And Cole, after missing the mark last season, which is crazy to say considering he finished third in the championship, back on top of the point standings as Skinny to the top, 130.33. Skinny showed flashes last week in his debut, but not the finish he wanted coming home in P11. So hoping to right the ship this week. Sean is once again here. He is third on the board so far. Aaron on the clock as well. Here he comes to the line actually to finish his lap. Let's see what he can do. And Aaron going to go to third, 131 flat for the Alpine. And Rowdy looks like backed out of his first flyer. Cheesy on the clock. Snowy as well. Snowy making his second career start. Joey, our pole machine here in Formula Costco, on the clock and defending Bahrain winner, as I said before.
Yeah, and Williams went scoreless points-wise to start the season in the first race. Not what they wanted. I think a very solid duo, Banjo and Joey, but got nothing out of it. Joey didn't show up, and Banjo had a lap one crash and an interesting DNF later on. Easy
Yeah,
top of the
not a
board.
great start to the season for Williams, and they're on the back foot in the constructors fight a lot. Speaking of the constructors fight, we have McLaren and Ferrari both with 31 points, tied at the top. Red Bull with 25, and then Alpine 8, Mercedes 4, Aston 2, RB 1, and Haas, Sauber, and Williams all have no points. So And it's going to be really important for Slurp to do all he can this week, but considering NASCAR Fan is not here, at least we don't think he will be. So very big opportunity here for McLaren with both drivers to take a commanding Constructors' Championship lead. Cole obviously won last week. Cheesy finished 7th. And we saw Joey to the top of the board while all that was happening. 128.4, well ahead of anyone else. No surprise there. Rowdy looks like backed out again. So he is not happy with how that Red Bull is handling. He is getting passed by the RB of Snowy, who is going for a second consecutive flyer, it looks like here. Let's see if he can improve. And nobody's actually going to... Nope, he is going to continue, but not going to improve here. 132.7. And Rowdy pulls into the pits after not setting a competitive time. And Sean, how we have on the mediums here, looks like he's just doing some practice laps. Can't fault him there.
Yeah, getting in some laps, returning to the series after a while. I think I had a decent run last week.
Go ahead. Yeah, he did. Sean, I want to say I think he finished. Let me see.
9th.
Sean finished 9th last week.
Yeah.
So got points in his return. And we mentioned the Ferrari and McLaren battle. McLaren finished 1-7, Ferrari 2-4 with a very impressive run from NASCAR fan. And then JB brought the Red Bull home 5th, DeMeo 3rd. Cole Slurp, DeMeo your podium, no surprises there at all. Then you had Aaron, who had a great run in 6th last week. Cheesy 7th, as I said. Logan 8th, Sean 9th, and Cashron finished 10th. Those were your point scorers from Australia, and now we're in Bahrain this week, and we go to Portugal next week, so... Very important stretch to open this season, as everyone wants to try to get as many points as they can so they're not under a bunch of pressure come later in the season for those... The last spot in the top 5 in the drivers' points and the Constructors' Championship, which give out prize money. You want to be in that top 5. It's going to be really competitive to see who gets it.
So both Red Bulls go out onto the track. I think it's going to be really interesting. This team just needs to keep 2 guys every race. If Red Bull can keep 2 drivers every race, and most of the time they get Rowdy in there, I mean, it's going to be tough to beat. JJ DeMeo and Rowdy, that is a really tough combo. It's just the question of how much races will Rowdy make this season.
And with the help of JV last week, Red Bull only 6 points back at the Constructors' lead. So with a strong performance tonight, they could take that lead from if Rowdy and DeMeo are able to put their best foot forward. As DeMeo and Slurp both on track now. Rowdy, Banjo, Sean, and Skinny all back out. Slurp just came up short of the win last week in Australia. But still a great start to the season for him. We've seen him and Cole battle for numerous wins in this league. And it was no surprise to see that again last week. And wanted to mention DeMeo because he won the Season 2 race here in Bahrain for his first career Formula Costco win. In the thrilling battle where he went 3 wide through the middle on the final lap between Joey and Rowdy to win the race. And probably, in my opinion, the most thrilling finish in Formula Costco history. So we'll see if he can recreate that Bahrain magic tonight and get back on the top step to try to defend his Season 5 championship. Got off to a good start last week, being on the podium, which DeMeo is Mr. Podium. So keeping that hot streak going. And DeMeo also on the pole last week.
Yeah, maybe partially because Joey didn't show up. He's so good at those. Opened up an opportunity for somebody else to grab one.
If DeMeo is able to win the pole tonight, it would be 3 poles in a row for the Red Bull driver. As I believe ahead of him we have Skinny. Oh, no, Skinny's in Sector 1. So we'll see what DeMeo is able to do. He's coming up to the back of Rowdy, who moves out of the way. And we saw once again Rowdy back out of a flying lap. I don't really think he's very happy with how his car's driving right now. He goes into the pits as we're see DeMeo will go to
gain
P2.
for Ferrari.
And yes, we just saw a NASCAR fan join, as Potato said. So Slurp will not be alone after all. DeMeo to second, about a 10th off of Joey. Slurp just goes behind DeMeo in third with a 128.5, 519 compared to DeMeo's 507. Banjo here on a flyer, Snowy on a flyer now. Banjo trying to recover from a brutal lap 1 DNF last week. There was no fault of his at all. Banjo onto the front stretch, out of ERS. Let's see if that hinders him at all, and he's going to go to 5th, 129.3. Logan back out, Sean on a flyer as well. The track is pretty busy here with still 6 minutes to go. And we saw last week what it was like when everyone tried to get on the track at the same time at the end of qualifying. It was very crowded, so people had to back out of flyers, and that cost them valuable grid positions. Grid positions are still going to be very valuable here tonight with 14 drivers.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be, the grid positions for that first corner. Such a tight back and forth. It's going to be really good to get good position going into there, because you can't just gain a ton and dive it in and gain all those. You have to get a lot of those in qualifying, or else you're going to be mired back in the chaos.
Sean off the final corner. Was improving through the first 2 sectors. Let's see if he can keep it up, and he does, to jump Logan to P7, 130.2. Here comes Logan to try to match that time, and he does, 129.5. Logan improves by 0.8 of a second, puts him to P6. The grid is pretty close together right now. It's going to get closer as more people put down competitive times, I believe, but 1st to 7th is 1.3 seconds. And you still have Cole, JB, NASCAR fan Rowdy, who we know are fast, that'll put down good times. Snowy looking for a good time here as well.
And yeah, Cole, I think he's going to get better than 10th there.
That 131.3 for Cole was on intermediates, so have to believe as Cheesy. Not sure if that was a wreck. He's way off in turn 1, as you can see on the mini-map. But Cheesy will not improve on a 129.2.
Turn 1 would be a weird spot to unintentionally DNF. He might have just... Weird there. He has 3 minutes left. I don't know.
Can Snowy improve? No, he does not. Snowy on very worn soft tires, so going to be hard to improve on those, as Rowdy is once again back out for his 3rd run, and he still has not put down a competitive time, as I believe no one on a fly right now. Logan is coming in.
Well, it was interesting the first time, or the last time rather, he had come out, he had DeMeo, I believe it was either right behind him or right in front of him, just coming out with him with his teammate, to where he had to move over once he was having a worse lap than him. So he'll have a clean air for this one.
So Aaron Cole Skinny back out. NASCAR fan is out for the first time. Yet to see JB on track. Joey is back out. The track is about to get really crowded. It's going to be easier this week than it was last week, because Bahrain a lot larger than Australia is.
JB came out and hit the curb off turn 1 immediately. He'll try to get a good lap in.
2 minutes to go, and here comes everyone out. Everyone with the exception of Slurp and Sean and Logan on track now. As we see everybody try to jockey for position. Aaron has to go by the slower Red Bull. of DeMeo. 2 minutes to go in Bahrain qualifying. Logan just put on a new set of tires. Looks like he's about to come back out. Not sure if Sean will be able to get back out. Same with Slurp. As Slurp is coming out, actually, so he will get back out. And looks like if they come out now, they should still have plenty of time to get back around to the line to start their lap. But we'll see pretty much everyone try to improve. But can anyone beat Joey with a 128.436? Aaron very wide there off that left-hander. Probably hindered his lap a little bit. Let's see where he is through this corner. Not improving on his lap so far. And he has backed out of it as a result. So behind him we have DeMeo, NASCAR fan, and JB are now on the clock going into turn 1. And the only one still in the pits is Snowy, so it looks like he will not get back out, but everyone else should get back out. Sean has retired. There you see the Aston in Sector 1 right there. Watching JB on his first lap. 29 flat through Sector 1. Let's see what NASCAR fan can do behind him. 29.1 for the Ferrari. DeMeo just coming through. Going to the turn 2 and 3 here.
Rowdy
Joey
gets up
not
to
improving.
4th, and he had 35 battery left. Percent battery coming to the line.
Wow, really?
He did not use enough of that, and he still put up a pretty good lap.
Looks like he might be going for a second consecutive
That
run
would have been
here.
Cole if he used all his battery. I think.
Cole to 5th, 128.6, and there is the checkered flag. So these laps will count, and no other ones. DeMeo is not backed out. Excuse me. As here comes Joey to try to improve on his provisional pole time. He is out of ERS, and he will not improve 128.5. So 128.4 is going to be the time to beat. Can DeMeo top it? DeMeo is 2.5 tenths faster through the first 2 sectors. Can he hold on here? Slurp not improving on his time. Rowdy looks like he's going for a second consecutive lap. Let's see if he can do anything. NASCAR fan went to 11th. JV to 10th. Here comes DeMeo off the last corner. So wide. He is out of ERS. Can he make it to the line in time? And DeMeo, he will take it. 128.373. He is on P1. Now it's down to Slurp, Banjo, Rowdy, Logan. Logan improving by a good amount. What can Slurp do? Slurp and Banjo are both at Sector 3, I believe. As here they come. Rowdy just behind them as well. Rowdy to the top! 128.28! He was able to improve. Here comes Slurp to the line. Slurp will not improve. Can Banjo improve? Banjo does, only to 6th. And unless Logan can beat the 128.2, I believe Rowdy's going to be on pole. Here comes Logan. Can he do it? He cannot. And Rowdy, after going for a second consecutive lap, is going to take P1. How about that?
Well, yeah, I don't think he used enough battery that first time and had a heck of a lap, but then had to build it back up and then went back out there and set up a lap that's more in tune with how fast he really is here.
And you talked about the potent duo of Rowdy and DeMeo. They are 1-2 tonight. Joey 3rd, Slurp, Cole, your top 5, Banjo, Cheesy Man, Logan, Skinny, JB, the top 10. Then you have NASCAR fans, Sean, Aaron, Snowy. And it's really good to see top 11 within 1.7 seconds of each other. So could be a very competitive race tonight. But Rowdy and DeMeo will lead them away. All right, Potato, final predictions before we get underway here in Bahrain. Anything you're looking for in specific?
I mean, really just anybody to beat out those Red Bulls really fast off the start. I think, unfortunately, another guy starting up there, Joey, where did he end up qualifying? Was it 3rd?
3rd.
He's also up there, but he's tended to fall back a lot. Again, I say this every week, but when he starts good, needs to get a good at running, keeping his spots, not hemorrhaging spots, lap by lap that he's done a lot. Starting good and then falling back. He needs to stay strong inside the podium to start out through the first lap, and for anybody else to get past those Red Bulls.
And we'll see how good of a start everyone is able to get as we are about to go to the 5 red lights. Here we go. Red Bull front row, Rowdy and DeMeo. Then you have Joey and Slurp, Cole and Cheesy behind them. Lights are out and away we go. Rowdy gets a pretty good start. DeMeo going to try to contest on the inside, but he will not. Rowdy clear into the lead. They're side by side for third as DeMeo looks for the move. As Joey tries to go around the outside for second, they're still side by side. 3 wide for 6 between Cole, Logan, and Banjo. They sort that out. Banjo jumps 2 spots already. Here comes Logan. Cole did not have a good start. He is down from 5th to 7th. And here comes Skinny with a big dive. Skinny passes 2 cars on the entry, but knocks Logan wide, and now Logan's in danger of losing multiple spots. He's able to slide in behind Cole, but Logan had a great start and got knocked back a couple of positions there because of that one. Not going to be happy about that. NASCAR fan trying to move up. He is past Logan and Cheesy. Cheesy and Logan both had very bad starts. JB, Snowy, Aaron. Aaron did not have a good start either. He's all the way down to P13 as, oh, there's contact. Snowy hits the back of JB that was, and Sean went very wide.
He did not win any part of those rumble strips.
Yeah, no. Rowdy and DeMeo still lead them away. Red Bull's uncontested at the front, but there you see rough starts for JB, Sean, and Cheesy and Cole. Here everybody comes through to the final corner for the first time, and we will have DRS activated. Rowdy going to lead lap 1 over DeMeo, Joey, Slurp, and Banjo. Skinny had a fantastic start up to P6 for the Haas driver. Cole going all the way to the inside wall. I'm not sure. DRS will now be enabled, and we'll be able to see a lot of moves being made. NASCAR fan up from 11th to 8th as he passes Logan on into the entry of turn 1. And Cheesy going by Logan as well for 9th. They're going to be side by side for that position. Cheesy trying to recover. They're still going to be side by side, and there goes Cheesy through to P9. As we have a top 5 breakaway with Skinny second and half back, Cole 8/10 back of them. So not the start at all that last week's winner Cole wanted, as he has lost the lead back already and is struggling to hold on to Skinny. P6 as he knocks over the cone there, going too shallow into that left-hand corner. Still a long race to go, but going to be hard to recover from that for the McLaren, I imagine.
Yeah, rough start for them, 7th and 9th now. But top 4 stagnant through the first couple laps.
Cheesy thought about a look on NASCAR fan. NASCAR fan did not get a great qualifying effort, but has moved up 3 spots from 11th to 8th on the first 2 laps of the race. As Rowdy sets the P1 time, but Joey takes it away. Rowdy on the soft tires, actually. Interesting call. I'm going to see what everyone else is running. So, alright, more on the softs than I expected. Rowdy, Banjo, Skinny, Logan, Aaron, Snowy all on softs. DeMeo, Joey, Slurp on mediums. Cole on hards. Cole and JB the only ones on hards. NASCAR fan Cheesy on mediums as well.
This is the most diverse and mixed tire strategy I've seen in a while. I mean, this is everybody did different. Oh, side-by-side battle for 7th. For 8th, my bad. 8th.
Cheesy and NASCAR fan continue to go at it. This is a great battle there. What a crossover from the McLaren of Cheesy. That was awesome. As Logan watches along in 10th. As Cheesy pulled a beautiful overtake to move back up to 8th, and now he's going to try to run down his McLaren teammate of Cole for 7th. Cole struggling on those hard tires. But I'm really interested to see, like you said, it's a really diverse strategy field here. Interested to see how long it takes for those softs to wear out. But Rowdy looking strong on them so far, still holding the lead by 7/10 of a second.
I would suspect both the guys on mediums and softs would both pit to hards. It's just the question of when they do that. I think there's a battle here for 6th. Yeah.
There goes Cole by Skinny for P6 with DRS. But he has a 3.3 second gap to try to make up to the lead 5 as Logan goes by NASCAR fan for 10th. There's contact! There's contact, and that was someone spun around. I'm not sure who that was. I think it was... Oh, that was Cole!
Yeah,
Cole got spun around.
turned by Skinny into the...
And Rowdy has a problem. Rowdy got very wide. He lost 4 spots from the lead. What just happened? Everyone's going to flame me for missing both of those. But Cole got, I guess, what'd you say, moved by Skinny into turn 1?
He made that move, and it looks like Skinny was just a bit too indecisive as to whether he was going to make a dive bomb to the inside. He did. Cole gave him room, but then coming off the corner kind of cut down, and his nose was still there, and he got into him. Skinny got into him, spun him out.
Wow. So a bad start for Cole gets even worse. He's now down outside of the points in 11th place.
He's probably livid
Rowdy,
right now.
The pole sitter, not sure what happened to him either, but he was well in the lead and I guess just got stuck on a curb or something. Down to 5th, still holding on to the lead pack, just barely. That's going to promote DeMeo to the lead, Joey to 2nd. You said Joey needed to get good starts. He has not made any waves and is in 2nd place as Cheesy goes by Skinny for 6th.
I think Skinny had a mistake there. He's taking
Cole
the place of his teammate.
Oh no, I thought Cole was going to come into the pits there for a second. He's just running that really close to the wall line on the straightaway as here comes NASCAR fan as him and Logan renew their battle once again. As we see Joey and DeMeo battling for the lead. Oh, there's contact! Oh, they're both half spinning! Slurp has to check up. Joey is going to be able to hold on to the lead. That was almost disaster for everyone involved. Slurp checking up gave Banjo P3 there. And now Banjo tries to go around the outside of DeMeo. Here comes Rowdy with a big move on Slurp for 4th. Slurp tries to hold around the outside and does. As Joey and DeMeo made major contact there, but almost spun them both out in front of Banjo and Slurp, which would have caused a lot of damage.
How about Williams?
Yeah, Williams 1-3. We've got to remember, though, Banjo's on those soft tires. Rowdy is as well, and I imagine that little spin that he did is not going to help them last very long.
Well, really, you look at the tire compounds here. It's a Williams and Red Bull battle on the 2 strategies. You got Red Bull and a Williams, both on mediums, and Red Bull and Williams on softs. So it'll be interesting here.
Joey comes around to lead for the first time tonight, defending Bahrain winner. As Cheesy's trying to close on these 5. As here comes DeMeo for the lead to the inside with DRS. And before they get to turn 1, he will clear him. So DeMeo back up to P1. A lot cleaner that time. And Cole still not able to make any progress. He's still in 11th place trying to run down Aaron for 10th. Aaron trying to hunt down Logan, as Logan and NASCAR fans still are going to battle it out for 8th place. And I was trying to see if Skinny got damage from that contact. I do not think he did.
Top 4.
What a crazy start to the race. Usually see a lot of action lap 1 that kind of slows down for a while, but not today. That is for sure. As we see Sean go by Snowy for 13th.
Battle for P last as 7th.
As NASCAR fan making moves. He continues to move up. Here comes Skinny with the crossover to the outside. And NASCAR fan on the curb. Skinny going to try the crossover again to the inside this time. Oh, there's contact. Skinny half spins it. And they go both off the track, and there goes Logan through. 2 for 1 for him. Here comes Aaron as well. He's going to get 9th and try to go for 8th. And oh, he gives Skinny a bump, and he gets bumped by NASCAR fan as well. Skinny's on the curb. He's spinning. And there he goes off track. He's able to keep it out of the wall somehow as Joey is retaking the lead
And
and
Cole's
Banjo's
gonna...
taking third. And look at this pack up front we have. Joey takes the lead. Slurp and Banjo battle for fourth. Slurp takes it away. Rowdy's still there. As we have battles everywhere. Here comes Aaron with a big dive on Logan for seventh as DeMeo retakes the lead. And they're still going at it. NASCAR fan going to the inside. Now as Aaron just clears Logan, and NASCAR fan's going to get by them both. But Aaron with the crossover as NASCAR fan goes wide. They're almost 3 wide there for a minute. What a battle this is back here.
And look at Cole trying to pounce.
Cole there as well, trying to get to the outside of Logan. As here comes NASCAR fan to the outside of Aaron. They're close. There's contact between those two as Cole's cleared to the outside of Logan now. Trying to take ninth, but Logan holds him off. And this is going to be close into this hard-breaking corner as there's contact between everybody. Aaron bumps NASCAR fan, and NASCAR fan bumped him. Here comes Logan with DRS and the ERS on Aaron for 8th place. They're side by side still as Cole tries to sneak to the inside. Aaron clears Logan for 8th, but Logan with the run back to the inside. Aaron with the run off the corner. Here comes Cole as Aaron's in the gravel. Cole trying to make it a 2 for 1 and does. Up to 8th he goes. Man, this is awesome racing as here comes Rowdy, the first one into the pits, as Slurp takes second from Joey. And Slurp actually goes to the lead after all that.
Skinny and Logan.
There are battles everywhere. This is awesome racing throughout the whole field.
Rowdy first. Did he get damaged? Because he's on mediums.
Wow, yeah. I don't know. Yellows are on sector 1.
Skinny. Oh, Skinny went wide somehow.
Oh, Skinny. Way off in turn 1. He gets it going again. I do not know how Skinny has any damage without how much contact he has had throughout this race.
I thought he was somebody else was pitting. It was just Skinny falling back positions because he went wide in the first corner.
There's too much to keep up with right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, somebody just... Okay, they're still battling for 6th here.
So it's NASCAR fan, Cole, Aaron, Logan all together. And Cole trying to make his way back up. I imagine Cole will have the tire advantage soon if he doesn't already on those mediums. But with Rowdy going on to mediums, I don't see any way that's a one-stopper. As Cole trying to sneak to the outside of NASCAR fan, cannot do it. He and the Ferrari have now pulled a little bit away from Logan and Aaron, who are going to battle for 8th as Aaron had a bit of an issue. Logan gets by. Cole still riding behind the Ferrari into the final corner. Checking on the lead as here comes Joey to the inside. And he gets by Slurp before they get to turn 1. Slurp going to try the crossover, but not going to be there. Joey back up to P1. And there goes Cole by as, oh, Logan goes to pit, but speeds. That's going to kill any momentum he had. Slurp has retaken the lead from Joey as we saw Cole go by for 6th as Aaron is in, and Aaron is getting a new front wing. That's probably why he had that trouble. Logan, as we just mentioned, got the penalty, so he's on the hards. Aaron on the mediums. So we see another driver going from softs to mediums. Do you think mediums can make it the distance from this lap?
I don't know. I mean, the map
doesn't
really help out there, but they'll try to stretch it, I guess.
Still a 4-car lead pack. Cheesy 5.5 back. Cole another 6.5 back. And I have to think we're going to probably see Banjo in here soon, based off of just when Rowdy and Logan and Aaron came in.
GC kind of
Rowdy with that extreme undercut. If that strategy does work for him, he's going to have a pretty sizable lead. Sorry, go ahead.
GC just kind of sitting in the middle, a really good spot here in between the DRS train top 4 and whatever was going on battling for 6.
GC's pitting.
And he's pitting.
Early for the mediums when you say only 9 laps on them.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been wrong on strategy basically the entire time I've been commentating, so I don't want to call anything too early, but this is a long run on hards.
Go to hards, and yeah, we have 20 laps to go.
I think Rowdy would have had to have damage. I mean, that is. I think he's just committing to a two-stop, I guess.
Snowy's in from 11th place. He will go on the hards as well.
That's what I would have done.
Or no, I'm
Oh,
sorry. Snowy went
Wait,
on
what?
went on the softs.
Wasn't he on?
He was on softs before.
Huh. If I were to be racing, probably not that competitively, I would have probably gone hards to softs. But, I'm not driving, so I don't know.
I mean, maybe Rowdy thinks that two-stop is valuable because he goes on softs to start the race, then goes to mediums, then goes to softs to the end. Maybe that has
Yeah.
some legs. A safety car would definitely help his cause, I would say, if it comes at the right time.
Well, he's
But
lucky he's got JBS in front of him.
trying to get by JB here. And we'll dive to the inside and take that spot. Rowdy back up to 7th. As we see the top 4 come down the front here. Joey looks like he's going to make the move, but waits a little bit, thinks about it, and then does not make the move. So Slurp will hold on to the lead once more. A very action-packed first 10 laps. As we saw Cheesy go by, Skinny there. Skinny still out on the soft tires. A lot of guys still have not yet to pit, and I believe you when I say that this is, like, probably the most diverse I've seen the strategies in a long time. We usually see a mix between mediums and hards. Usually the softs are, like, never an option unless we get a late caution or safety car. But here we are, people starting on them and going to them in the middle part of the race as we saw Snowy do, so have to see how it all shakes out in the end, but interesting to follow.
I mean, I think there might just be a one-stop here, because, I mean, Banjo is doing... I mean, I don't think Banjo has an incredibly fast car right now. I think he's being helped a lot by the DRS, but he's in the DRS. That's all that matters. And this is helping him a lot because he can run, just waste out these soft tires as many laps as possible, and then put on tires. He'll do it now.
Here he comes.
10 laps on softs is pretty good to stay in there.
Makes it 11 laps on the softs, and now we'll probably go hards to the end, I imagine, as his teammate Joey goes for the lead into turn number 1 on Slurp, and he takes it away. Banjo to hards, clean stop for the Williams bunch. And here comes Rowdy. This will be the battle for the lead. Once they come out, Rowdy going to be ahead by a sizable distance as Slurp reaches the lead in the second DRS zone. Skinny speeds on pit road, another penalty. And Skinny has not had a great race. Had a great lap 1, but then the contact with Cole, and then he had some half spins and went off turn 1, and now he has a speeding penalty. Go on to hards, come back out. That would promote him to 14th. No DNFs so far. And we'll have to see now. Banjo 8th. Rowdy is in 5th. He was the first one to pit. And doing some quick math, I believe Banjo is about 8 seconds behind Rowdy. So if Rowdy's able to keep pace like this, then maybe he's able to make up that that extra pit stop distance. Because he is flying right now. 8 seconds ahead of Banjo and 4 laps just pitting ahead of him is a sizable gap. Especially because Banjo had DRS that whole time.
Yeah, I think Rowdy's really fast. It's just, this one might just be down to what's the right strategy if we see it go green to the end.
He's also been kind of lucky to not really have to make any difficult passes. He's running down Cole, which will be a difficult pass, as Joey and Slurp are going at it for the lead again. Slurp's still able to hold him off. Joey made multiple attempts at it, and he will get it for a minute, and then Slurp will just power back around him. DeMeo just waiting in the wings there in 3rd place. Do you think there's a world where these guys stretch it long and go to soft tires to the end? Maybe go wait till like lap 18, 19 to pit, and then
I
go to
think
softs?
that's what Cole, I think, might be doing here, because on hard tires from the start, like a soft tire could be the strategy for him.
Cheesy up to ninth around Sean.
JVS too. He is also on hards. But I
Yeah,
don't
I
know. I
would
mean, I
think
think
Cole would be in a good spot if they didn't get into all that trouble at the start. But that was part of the reason. I mean, part of the reason was because he didn't qualify up at the very front, and got into that battle, lost 2 spots off the start, and then Skinny and him made contact as Joey and DeMeo are both in at the same time here.
not an
DeMeo to
incredible end lap
hards,
from him, kind of bobbled in that
and
final corner.
Joey
Into
to hards
hards.
as well. And Joey stays ahead of DeMeo on pit road. So now we'll see where they come out in relation to Slurp. Rowdy well ahead of both of them.
Oh, Sonios just pitted.
I'm starting to believe if Rowdy is committed to a two-stop that it could very well work. He is well ahead of DeMeo and Joey. He's 10 or 11 seconds ahead of all 3 of those guys that pitted before. And he will have the advantage at the end as well if he goes on to fresh soft tires. So Slurp now all alone in the lead. He's using ERS, which tells me he's probably pitting this time by. He has a 11.2 second lead over Cole. Rowdy in third, 2 seconds behind the McLaren.
Yeah, I would expect Cole to be the last one out here, along with maybe JB, to stay out on these hards and maybe go to softs at the end to get a quick run in. But they could just pit here for medium, and I'd be wrong. Oh!
Slurp is in.
Cole almost spun it off the final corner.
Cole stays out. There was Rowdy just behind him. Slurp is onto another set of mediums. Whoa.
Are you allowed to do that? Don't you have to
No,
change?
he's gonna have to make another pit stop.
Yeah, I don't... That's
Okay.
interesting.
I'm not sure if that was by design or...
That can't be. It's
can't
halfway
imagine it was
through.
by design. Yeah. So Slurp is gonna have to come in again because you have to make a compound change. At least once. He is out just ahead of Cheesy Man. Really close quarters racing between those two. Still gonna be side by side. Into the right-hander.
Who else did that?
On
I
the
think
inside,
Snowy.
Slurp will take it. Yeah, Snowy put on another set of softs. As Aaron is behind around NASCAR Fan. NASCAR Fan came in as well that lap. So both Ferraris came in. And NASCAR Fan went from mediums to hards. So now we just have Cole and JB who have not pitted yet. But Rowdy, who has already pitted, is 1.4 back of Cole. About to take the lead away. Then Joey, 9.5 seconds behind Rowdy on those fresh, hard tires. So Rowdy will be the de facto leader as DeMeo and Slurp are going at it. Slurp trying to make moves here on the medium tires. I think he knows he has to go because he's going to have to make another pit stop. And still going to be side by side with DeMeo. Ooh, just clears him. So yeah, Slurp is going to push really, really hard. And then probably go into softs with 7 or so laps to go would be my guess.
I think nice job by Cheesy here. If he can somehow make these hards last to the end, that would be what, 18 laps? He'll be in here.
Slurp up to 4th around Banjo. Yeah, Cheesy doing a great job. He is with what would be the lead pack minus Rowdy, I guess, will be the leader.
You can tell he's struggling.
think-
He's just like staying just inside the DRS pickup.
DeMeo around Banjo for 5th into turn number 1. And I'm seeing Rowdy not really gain on Cole anymore. I'm not sure if that's just Cole having pace on those hard tires or if it's Rowdy trying to take care of his tires. I don't think there's
And,
any world where Rowdy makes those last, but I mean, he has an 8-second, 9-second gap to live with, so it's possible.
I mean, it's going to be tough, though. I mean, he's going to have to be flying on that second set. Or third set at that point.
Slurp continues his march. He has passed Joey for third. As Banjo went wide there, and Cheesy was able to get around him for sixth.
That might hurt Cheesy, though. He might fall out of the DRS.
He has already.
Oh, yeah, he has. He was in it, and then Banjo went wide, and that took him out of it. That stinks.
Still
That's two
waiting for Cole to
underdogs
come in.
that I think we all wanted to see have a good chance of winning it, and they both just lost the DRS there.
And Slurp takes fastest lap. We've seen him make a lot of passes, and he is not holding anything back. So we believe that Rowdy will have to pit again. Cole still has to pit. Slurp will have to pit again for sure. JB has not pitted. Snowy has to pit again. And I believe everyone else can make it to the end, if they wanted to. Rowdy has now caught Cole in the DRS, which will help him. Slurp and the others are starting to close on the Red Bull, though.
Yeah, I think Rowdy needs to be patient.
With the tire advantage.
He does not need to have the lead here. I think just getting off some DRS can serve that tire until you go into the, I would assume, softs.
But I believe you have to push as hard as you can for him, because he's going to have a whole other pit stop
Yeah,
to make up.
yeah, now I'm thinking about, yeah, I mean, you have to have that gap, but, I mean, I don't know. Either one, because if you use up a lot of that to get past him, and then you gain off him,
And Rowdy's coming in
pit.
now.
But Cole is going to pit. He's just going his line.
So Rowdy will have to make soft tires, I imagine. Nope, going on another set of mediums, actually. So going to have to take these 11 laps to the end. He can, yes, because he started on softs. So Rowdy will come out. Still waiting on JB to pit. He stays out again. And Rowdy will come out, it looks like, just behind him. So Rowdy has clean track for now, but he is going to be...
No
chance. I can do some quick math.
I don't think.
He's going to be 16, 17... He's 16, 17 seconds behind Slurp, who will be the leader.
And if there's anybody to do it, then it'd be him.
Yep, NASCAR Fan and Logan are going at it again, this time for 9th. And Aaron's still part of this battle. As to the inside goes NASCAR Fan, he will clear him. Oh, what happened?
Reckon back 13th and 14th. Sean and Snowy got together.
Just yellows, and we're still going. Rowdy's made his first move. He has passed JB for 7th. And now it's just about how much lap time can he create, but he really... His tire advantage is not that strong. Because Slurp just pitted 3 laps ago. Cole's in now. Cole finally makes his pit stop, which will promote Slurp to the lead. And there is a penalty for Sean for too many warnings. And so once Cole is to softs, which I'm surprised Rowdy didn't do, because then his tire advantage would have been pretty significant. Here comes Rowdy. It's going to be close between he and Cole. And looks like Rowdy will get past him. So now Rowdy and Cole will be trying to charge through on those fresh tires. JB is finally in for his stop. He is going to medium tires. So now everyone has made their pit stops. We still need to see Slurp and Snowy in one more time. As we come to 10 laps to go, it's looking like the battle for the win is going to be between Joey and DeMeo. 2 former Bahrain winners.
Well, if you can already tell which 4 teams would contend for constructors, you see it in the top 8. All 2 drivers from 4 teams there, from Ferrari, Williams, McLaren, and Red Bull.
Had a controller die. That's not fun. Snowy just pitted 4 hard tires to the end, so he is good now. And Slurp has pulled a 2-second gap on Joey and DeMeo, and I think Slurp's just going to run it as long as he can and probably hope for a safety car. As we seem to get late in these races, here comes DeMeo to the inside for second. And he will clear Joey. Joey tries the switchback move, but will not make it happen. But he's going to have the DRS right here to try to take it right back. And he will go to the inside. Still side by side. DeMeo tries to hang it around the outside. He will still be there, but Joey, with the better run, clears him.
Cheesy and Banjo went back and forth. Cheesy kept that spot. This is, I mean, raise the alarms in Missouri right now. Cheesy is in 4th, 1 spot behind the podium, but he's got a whole lot more in front of him.
Slurp's gonna end up pinning, so it could happen. Could tonight be the night for Cheesy? He's gonna have to hold off Banjo for it, but we'll see. The Cheesy Man first podium could finally be tonight, but then you look behind him and there's Rowdy and Cole, who are closing fast.
Yeah, but I don't know if that might not taper off. They are gaining, though. I mean, that is a consistent gain at the moment.
Slurp continues on. Like I said a minute ago, he's probably hoping for one of those late safety cars we seem to get every week here. 9 laps to go. As here comes DeMeo again, going to try the same move he did before. And he takes the lead. Joey once again tries the switchback, but will have DRS. Cole takes the fastest lap. And I believe he's probably going to try to make the pass on Rowdy, but right now, Joey to the outside of DeMeo. DeMeo has the inside this time. We'll try to hold him off, but Joey once again looks for that outside run. And nope, DeMeo holds him off this time, so DeMeo makes the pass for second, which will be the battle for the lead once Slurp pits. As Cole has passed Rowdy for 6th now on those soft tires. I'm still surprised Rowdy didn't go on the softs. They are now within 6 seconds of Banjo for the 5th spot.
I believe you're talking about you're surprised Rowdy didn't go in the softs. That's what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so, I mean, I agree. I think interesting, he went from, what was it? Was it softs to mediums or hards to mediums?
It was soft
one of the two. I think
medium.
It was, yeah.
Soft
so,
medium.
That makes sense, obviously. He was going for a 3-stop. I think, you know, looking at Cole, that might have been the strategy, because Rowdy is really fast, and he's getting outpaced by Cole right now.
Because Cole was a second and a half behind him, and he passed him in 2 laps.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
my only thing
I think I called
is,
it too prematurely.
Yeah.
Cheesy and Banjo are sitting ducks right now to Cole.
Yep, Cole has gained a second on this lap alone. And Cole had a very rough start, but is looking to recover as Joey has passed DeMeo for second. These two are going to trade spots again as there goes Banjo to the inside of Cheesy for 4th. He takes it away. Can DeMeo repasses? There's yellows in sector 2. Not sure what that's about. I think that was Sean who was slow, but he is still going now. And Joey is able to hold off DeMeo for P2. Cheesy trying the outside of Banjo for 4th. And will he be able to make it stick? No, Banjo holds him off. My only thing was with Rowdy I was going to mention is we saw him make all those runs in qualifying. And I'm pretty sure he used a new set of softs every single time. So maybe he didn't have a brand new set, only had one brand new set for the race and used it at the start. That's why he had to go to mediums. Slurp leads by 3.4 seconds, but as we noted, he will still have to pit. Which will likely...
I don't know, though. I mean, he could try to push that. Well, because, I mean, look back in the field.
He has to make a compound change,
my bad.
though.
Yeah, he has to pit. My bad. I forgot about that. Completely forgot about that. I was about to say, yeah. So you'll have to pit,
here he comes.
Assuming
Slurp's coming in now.
Yeah, here he comes.
So Slurp pits, which will promote Joey to the lead, but he might not have it for long as here comes DeMeo with a huge run. To the inside will go the Red Bull, and he will take the lead away. Slurp is on to soft tires, as predicted. And let's see where he comes out. Let's see first, though, if Joey can make the repass for the lead here. Looks like he will not. So Slurp is going to cycle out in 7th place with no one near him. So it's going to be a nice Tuesday night drive for Slurp as he is 8.6 behind Rowdy, who's in 6th.
No!
What happened?
Cheesy just went flying into the back of Banjo.
Oh, does Cheesy have damage?
Part of his wing.
No. Is it going to be heartbreak again for Cheesy? Yeah, he's going way wide. Cheesy definitely has damage. And here comes Cole and Rowdy, who are just behind him now. And it looks like the podium dreams might be dead.
Well, it stinks, though. If he didn't get that damage, he would have been in perfect spot for what would have been 6th place finish at the minimum, but
he's still probably going to get 6th or 7th, depending on how much gap Slurp is able to make up.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess with all the DRS training, Justin just got the bad end of the stick, short end of the stick, sorry, through the first few laps and just didn't get into anything and just running by himself the whole race. Didn't get any help, so he'll probably end up finishing in 8th behind
Cheesy's
probably
struggling,
Cheesy with that damage.
And Cole is going to use battery and go to the outside of his teammate here for 4th, make that pass easily as Joey has taken the lead from DeMeo. We'll get back to that in a second. Here comes Cole looking for 2 passes and 1 straightaways is to the inside of Banjo as DeMeo and Joey are going to battle for the lead, and DeMeo takes it away. Cole and Banjo are still battling. Cole clears them, and here comes Cheesy to the inside of Banjo looking for 4th place. Cheesy completely out of battery. Still fighting with that wing damage. Oh, there was a little bit of contact there, I believe. Here comes Rowdy to the outside, though. That's going to lose Cheesy momentum. They're still going to be side by side. This is going to be close. Oh, there's contact, more contact. Cheesy keeps it going the right direction, but Rowdy passes him for 5th place. And here comes Rowdy. Big dive to the inside of Banjo.
He has damage. I thought he was going to be done. He went way wide that first corner with damage, and now he's running like he doesn't have any.
He is fighting well with all he's got right now. Rowdy is up to 4th. Oh, Banjo pushed Cheesy wide there. There you see Slurp in the background, who was gaining fast. Banjo and Cheesy still side by side. Dead even through this corner, but Cheesy on the outside has the edge. Banjo comes back on the outside, though, and now Cheesy will clear, and Banjo looks for the crossover, will not get there. Cheesy holds 5th. Great fight here for Cheesy with that damage. And major shout out to Cole, who has put together a fantastic drive to come back up to the podium positions, as here we have another battle for the lead. DeMeo is around Joey once again. We are less than 5 laps to go, and the 2 that put together that insane Bahrain finish in Season 2 are going to battle it out at Bahrain again here in Season number 6. DeMeo, the defending champion. Joey, who lost this race in a heartbreaker in that aforementioned finish, is going to try to go for revenge here. Joey won Bahrain Season 4, is looking to go 2 in a row.
Slurp is really fast right now, and now he's caught up to Cheesy and Banjo. And Cheesy again in that corner, really just with that damage, went way wide.
Slurp going to try to make quick work of these guys. The outside of Cheesy he goes. Slurp up to 6th. As Aaron just came into the pits, put on new hard tires so that mediums could not stretch for the Alpine, is going to push Aaron back out of the points. Here comes Slurp to the inside for 5th of Banjo, and easy pass for the Ferrari. So Slurp on those soft tires, he could potentially drive up there and get the podium back, but it's going to be tough.
Joey had a bad lap that time. He had a slightest bit of contact on the door of DeMeo off turn 1 and lost some run off the corner. Oh no.
Cheesy from bad to worse.
He'll be fine.
But yeah, it's really not going to affect him that much because NASCAR fan is 22 seconds behind him. DeMeo was able to hold the lead over Joey through the long straightaway DRS zone. We are less than 4 laps to go. DeMeo got really loose off that corner, but he still was able to put a gap out. There are yellows out in Sector 1. I'm not sure for what. That's Rowdy that was slow. Rowdy had another problem. No wing damage. I believe it was just a spin, and that's exactly the spot where he had trouble earlier, I believe. Which costed him the lead. And so Rowdy has fallen all the way back to 7th behind Cheesy Man and Banjo, who he passed a number of laps ago. Cheesy very wide there. Looks like Rowdy is gonna get that spot back in a second. And there he goes. That made that pass for Slurp easy, so now he just has to run down Cole for that podium position. Joey 4/10 back of DeMeo coming to 3 laps to go.
He's got to conserve battery, Joey, but not really doing a great job of that because he has to stay in tow of DeMeo to start with.
3 to go. DeMeo trying to break the toe. Joey has a big run. He's going to go to the inside. Side by side for the lead, and DeMeo with a great breaking point there is able to hold the lead. And Joey did not have a good corner. He lost 3/10, maybe 4/10, as Cheesy is coming in to, I believe, probably fix his wing damage and get new tires. Nope, he's not
going for a
fixing the wing
fastest
damage.
lap.
Yep, he's going for fastest lap, which is going to be really tough to do with wing damage. Is he going to lose the spot to NASCAR fan, though? It's going to be close. I'm not sure. DeMeo still holding the lead.
Well, it's going to... Cheesy, heck, he is not out of the question for a fastest lap. You'll have a great opportunity with DRS from NASCAR fan.
Good point there. And also,
Eventually,
Slurp
have it now.
has caught up to the DRS of Cole for the final podium position. So Slurp, even with that extra pit stop, is going to try to get P3 here. It's a great recovery drive for both of these two, Cole and Slurp. On to the front straightaway we go for the leaders. As we take 2 to go in Bahrain, it's DeMeo versus Joey. DeMeo leads by 4/10. Joey has the DRS again. DeMeo trying to break the draft as much as he can. Joey not even using battery, still has the big run, but does not get there in time. He's going to have one more shot at that straightaway next time if he wants it, but Joey with almost a full battery. DeMeo has 10% less. Does Joey go for the move here? He's not using ERS, so Joey looking like he's going to try to wait till the last lap to make his move.
Depending on his confidence, he could go for it on that second to final straightaway, but that'd be really tough. So I think, yeah, probably building up for a 1 to go move there. But even if he gets ahead, it's not going to be over. There's multiple other portions of this track where they can switch back on each other.
DeMeo and Joey both with completely full batteries. It's just going to be about who gets through the final lap the cleanest and the fastest. But Joey had a great corner there. He's within 2/10. And he is trying to use battery. He's going for the move here. No, he does not. He thinks better of it. But DeMeo probably wanted to get a bigger gap than he did. As Joey is going to be within 3/10, coming to 1 lap to go. DeMeo with the slightest amount of more battery than Joey. Onto the front straightaway we go. It's 1 lap to go in Bahrain. The last lap of the race for race 2 of season number 6. It's DeMeo versus Joey. They're both using all the battery they can. Joey with the big run to the inside he goes. He's going to make his move right now. He is clear. Joey takes the lead. Into turn 1 we go. But now DeMeo has 30% more battery in the DRS zone right here. This is going to be his best shot to try to get there. DeMeo using battery, using ERS, using the DRS, but Joey's using it as well. DeMeo with the big run. Is it going to be enough to get there? He's going to make the big move to the inside. Contact between DeMeo and Joey, but Joey's going to be able to hold the lead off the exit of the corner. That might have been DeMeo's best shot. Joey just needs to have a clean lap right here. Can DeMeo do anything with him? DeMeo still has about 20% more battery, though. That straightaway is probably his last chance. 4/10 is the gap. Slurp got by Cole for 3rd. And now DeMeo trying to get a big run off this corner. This is probably his last chance. Joey using battery trying to break the toe. DeMeo is there. He has the DRS. DeMeo goes to the inside with the big run. They're side by side for the lead with half a lap to go, and DeMeo clears them. Joey gives him the bump though, going into sector number 3. Can Joey make the crossover? He is not there. One corner to go. DeMeo has a 4/10 of a second lead and the battery advantage. Can Joey do anything about it? The gap has got a hold at 4/10 and coming through to the straightaway. DeMeo, the Season 5 champion, is going to get back on the top step. DeMeo wins in Bahrain. Joey comes home a heartbreaking second place. And here comes Slurp to take third. Cole, a very good recovery drive from the McLaren, is going to pick up fourth. Here comes Rowdy. He got by Banjo again for fifth. Banjo comes home sixth. Cheesy is going for that fastest lap. Let's see if he's able to get it.
I don't even think he's trying for it anymore.
Yep,
He
still
wasn't
plenty
gonna.
of battery in the tank, so looks like it's not going to happen. Cheesy finishes 7th. Here comes NASCAR fan for P8. And looks like it'll be Logan and JB running out the point scorers here. Here comes Logan for P9. And JB might get promoted to
P10,
9th here because of the penalty, I believe. Yep, JB will get 9th. And it's going to be a battle between Sean and Aaron for 11th. Who's going to get it? Sean does, but Aaron, because of the penalty, will get it anyway. And here comes Skinny to round it out in P13. That was a really fun race.
Yeah, I think just DeMeo, a veteran, using that battery perfectly. He knew he didn't need to do it on the straightaway. He was confident he could do it somewhere else, and he was able to do just that.
7 viewers in here. How about that? All right, we're going to interview the podium now. Let's invite Joey, invite Slurp, and invite DeMeo. As we watch the podium celebration and wait for our top 3 to join the party. One last look here, finishing order. Slurp was able to get the fastest lap, so extra point for him. And DeMeo will take the championship lead with his win, as Cole finished 4th.
Chichi did still put up a decent lap there, but not quite anywhere near what Slurp put up. What a lap by Slurp.
129.3. And speaking of Slurp, he is here. And I'm going to ask all you guys to make sure your audio is included. And Potato, take it away, interview our 3rd place finisher.
Okay, so Slurp, 85. How do you feel about this one? You had to come through a lot of adversity. Was it intentional, that back-to-back medium strategy, or was that just a mistake?
No, it's not. It was not. I completely forgot that at the start of the race, I put it to medium, soft, and in my head, the whole first stint, I was thinking change it to hards, but I just never did. I waited for the pit stop and just completely folded, and that cost me the race. I think it would have been a great scrumptious battle between me, DeMeo, and Joey. I'm sure it was good with them anyways. But that really set my race back, obviously, and took me out of contention.
What do you think were your chances if that played out how you were thinking it was?
33%. As much I had as
okay.
much of a chance as DeMeo and Joey.
Well, you still put up the fastest lap by a mile, so don't hang your hat on too much because that was still a pretty good run out here. Podium and fastest lap.
Thanks, man.
All right, so now we're going to jump over to Joey. Joey, missed last week, but came back with a vengeance this week. A strong P2
Big fight,
finish,
Jason
just
Joy.
short of the win. What more did you need there on that last lap to fend off DeMeo?
I needed to be better. That's about it. I'm terrible. I'm the worst driver ever. I wish I was good. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you put up a very good fight. I would not say you're terrible at all, but going into the rest of the season, does this kind of restore your confidence a little bit that you can compete for wins and compete for a championship?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I probably won't even finish top 5 next week if I race.
All right, very confident words from Joey there. Thank you. Gonna move on to our winner, DeMeo. So DeMeo, you're back on the top step in Bahrain. Another thrilling battle with Joey, as we saw many seasons ago. So this one was a little bit different, though. It was just a two-car battle, and you didn't have to make a three-wide move through the middle this time. But what was your mindset on the last lap, trying to get by Joey for the win?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I just gotta say, amazing racing between the two of us. That was super fun, super clean. I don't know if we made contact like at all throughout the entire race, maybe once or twice, but it was very minor. It's a great battling. I thought I kind of didn't want to be leading coming to the white, but at the same time, I wasn't gonna like willingly relinquish the lead, so I kind of figured he'd get by me on the main DRS straight. And I was hoping I'd have a good enough run out of turn 2 to kind of get it back going into turn 3, but I just didn't have a great exit. I honestly thought that was kind of it after he stayed ahead after the second DRS zone, but I was able to stick with him through that S section, and I had a good exit coming off turn, I don't know, like 7, whatever turn that is, going onto that DRS straight, and I think I had a bit more battery than him as well, so I just trained everything I had and was able to get by him on the inside, and just had to make sure I didn't screw up any of my corners after that, and I kept it clean. I had a little bit of extra energy that I was able to use on that final backstretch, and it was enough to help me hang on. So glad I could win early on in the season. Last week was a little frustrating because I feel like I kind of screwed myself out of a proper chance by taking the wrong tires on that safety car. So feels good. Car was great tonight, and no complaints from my end. It was a lot of fun.
Well, your title defense is off to a strong start, 2 podiums in a row, and that's no surprise at all to me, at least. But next week we go to Portugal, where you won last season. So, how's your confidence going into that one as the points leader?
Really high, actually. Portugal was great last season. That was an awesome battle. Really close, so I expect it to be no different. I'm sure it'll be a few cars under a blanket at the end there. So Portugal, it's important to just keep the nose clean. So much terrain, weird terrain there, all the hills, and it can throw you off. It's easy to make a mistake. So confidence is very high, though. Leading the points is a great feeling too. Still very early on in the season, and there's even more races and more points to be collected this season than last season. So it's far from over, but not a much better way to start off the season, honestly. I can't think of a much better way, other than maybe winning last week.
Well, you won this week, so hopefully that's a good enough prize for you. Thank you, DeBeo. Congratulations on your win here in Bahrain. We are going to sign off with that. From BB and Potato and Normie, another great battle for the win this week. We saw one last week and this week as well. Next week we go to Portugal, where we saw an amazing battle between DeMeo and Honey Badger, a photo finished last season. We will see you guys in Portugal next Tuesday.
Yo,
night.
wait, don't end the stream, don't end the stream.
Oh boy.
This
What do you
Sagan?
want to say? Yes.
Slurp 74 is terrible. Terrible driver.
Bang!
All right. Goodbye, guys.
Buddy's gonna run one race all season and say, I beat Slurp and everything.
What was that laugh? Oh, God.